Hey, what up? It's New Age Ja here with you, and welcome back to Mystical Illuminations. So, apparently, there's a call and there's a need for me to deliver a message in regards to a potential chemical imbalance. So, if you are an engineer of sorts or some sort of science, maybe a cook in the kitchen, beware of a mixture that causes an imbalance that is not noticed or seen until the end result has taken place. It's like baking a cake and realizing that it's never going to rise, all because there was a chemical imbalance in the making of this batter, in the making of this cake. On the other hand, it's time to have a conversation or hold a conversation with people of like mind or people of familial attention, someone that you know, a group of friends or people that you know that you owe a relationship to, that you, okay, not that you owe a relationship to, but that you owe maybe a conversation to that affects multiple parties. Also, a chemical imbalance in regards to your hormonal makeup and the disruptions and or imbalances that it may be causing. There's a disruption in what or who you may think God is, or a subtle energy that's making you question the ideas or the ideals that you have or have had in regards to a higher restriction or a higher power. Okay, Seven of Wands here. The Seven of Wands is usually a time of defensive battle where one has claimed their position of entitlement, one who has claimed or who has been celebrated for victory or of victory. And now time has passed, and there's a time to stand up for the initial battle, to stand up for the initial belief, to stand up for the initial cause of mind, a cause of thought, standing in your power, defending your power, standing your right to be yourself, defending your right to be celebrated, defending your right to be acknowledged, defending your right to stand in the position that you are in. This is also being a light, being a beacon of light for others around you in order for you to enlighten or light up the darkness around you. There's some sort of conversation that needs to be had that actually illuminates potential dilemmas, that actually illuminates or accentuates a victory. So, a victory that you've had or a victory that you've won is now being challenged to serve as a guiding light for others. At first, they will be extremely attracted to the light energy that you have to offer, but then suddenly repelled. And the message is to stand your ground, whether they are in support of you or in repulsion of you. The Daughter of Wands. We have an 8 infinity symbol here, which is an eternal passion and love for life. This is also a blossoming sexuality. The snake being the kundalini, resting at the base of your spine. The wand being this spark of intelligence, the spark of creativity, the spark of sexuality, the spark of fertility, the spark of life, the spark of fervor, passion. The same spark that causes animosity and friction in some situations. But the idea is to remain in a leadership position and to stand up for what it is that you believe in and the actions that you believe should be taken. For this serves as a manifestation potential for those around you, although they may be initially not kind of with the shits, but the more you shine your light, the longer you shine your light, the more you stand and come into your position. See, this position may not even lead all the way to Z, or it may not be like a permanent job, but it's a job that you take up just because you know that there's something that only you can do, that it's something that you have to do. It's like being retired from a certain position or a certain job or a certain skill. You have something that you can offer, but you haven't offered it in some time, and you're being called to fill that position for X, Y, and Z. And you're like, but nah, I really don't want to do that. I mean, I know I'm good at it, I just don't feel like it. The passion isn't there. I really have no desire. But the passion should stand in the ideal of you standing up for this creative sector or this sexual, sensual sector in your life. So that you can be a beacon of light and distribution for those around you who aren't exactly able to stand up in their right, in their place, and shine the light and fire like you can. The daughter is a page. It's a youthful energy. It's a new, hopeful energy. But she's coiled here. She's resting here. There's an innocence. We have the Four of Cups, but we have the visual of like this rat hiding or covering Four Cups, not wanting to expose the emotion, not wanting to allow all the secrets to become illuminated. This coiled Daughter of Cups is waiting on an awakening, but there's somewhat of an intruder or something hiding underneath the light that is hiding the blessings and the information, knowledge meant to find you. The very knowledge and information that will nourish you, that will spark interest in you and spark life into you. See, there's a thief in the night, and this thief is keeping you from shining your light. What is it? What can it be? See, we had a mention of a chemical imbalance. What is it? Is there a certain ingredient missing? Did someone come in like a thief in the night and destroy and steal a joy that you once had, a joy that wasn't even fully able to quickly emerge, one that was never really able to shine its light? The sneaky thing. So unnoticeable, gone undetected. What might this energy be? Still have a stuffy nose. Oh, a star card popped out, but then it went right back. Waiting for a chance of renewal, a chance at redemption. Waiting for your time to shine, but the one that was supposed to give you the cue to go ahead never showed up. It's as if someone promised to support you on a particular endeavor and journey. They promised to be there. They promised to hold your hand, basically, or to support you, and nobody else would support you. They're like, don't worry, I got you locked down no matter what. Even if they don't see you, I see you, and I'm gonna hold you down. But somehow, in some way, they turned out to be this energy, hiding the true potential and gifts that is you by not standing in their ground or in the position that they promised they would represent. And so when it was time to take action, when it was time to step up to the stage, you looked around and no one was there. Excuse me. What other messages do we have for the collective divine? Why are you telling me about this Seven of Wands, this one wand that was coiled and meant to show up, but hid in mistrust? A little bit of a poisoning somewhere. Yeah, that chemical imbalance. Be wary of what you intake. Be wary of what you're drinking. Be wary of any poisons that are meant to kill critters. Be wary of those. 10 of Wands here. Is this 10 of Wands or 10 of Swords? I think these are swords. Nope. These are wands. So this is a bundle of branches. Each wand being probably an encounter that didn't go your way. And every time a certain venture or an encounter did not go in the way that you imagined it to be, it turned into a burden. And little by little, you packed on the burden. The burden of the disbelief of others. The burden of others not seeing your way. The burden of others not being able to balance alchemically with who you are. The inability to see your shine. 5 of Swords. This is a complicated thought process that eventually has turned into exhaustion. Where were you when I needed you? And why weren't you there? You knew I was in a fragile and new state, and we know that I'm just beginning to come out with my spark and my fire. And when I expected you to be in my corner, I realized that I was the only one standing up there. And now I'm not sure what to do about this. It's really weighing on me. So I'm conflicted, and I feel like I gotta hold face. I can't really let anybody see me fall. But at the same time, you've been moving in the shadows, and you've been doing me wrong. And, the person that I am, I just was not trying to come out of character. I wasn't trying to unfold and unleash on this, inner beauty that is me. But over time, I gotta, stand up for what is right. 4 of Wands, for sure. There's a new platform that's awaiting me, a new ceremony of celebration that is calling my name. And there's been an eye, there's been someone watching out for me, and this someone and something has definitely captured all the things that you didn't intend for me to see. So usually, rats kind of tend to hide in messes, darker places where you can't see them. And the divine is calling you to illuminate your light so that you can see who's around you that failed to support you or be honest and uphold your name like how it was intended. The Daughter of Wands is a youthful, supple energy, and everybody wants a taste of it. It's kind of like the Marilyn Monroe suppleness, the Marilyn Monroe juice. Geez, did she encounter all kinds of scallywags. I'm gonna leave it at that. And we'll talk soon. Later.